Welcome back, YouTube. Now today we have something fun. We have this. I bought a Final Fantasy TCG collection from the good guys at Domino's. No. So I actually bought this from a guy in Australia, but Domino's does have great pizza. If you haven't tried it before, I recommend it. And no, they didn't pay me for that. I just kind of stuck this on to cover the guy's personal information. I would have just torn it off, but I like to make sure the original package is intact, just in case they try to scam me or something. I can kind of get it all on video and kind of prove that I didn't reseal this or something. Although realistically, I don't know how much that evidence would amount for anyway. But anyways, let's open this up. So I bought a full foil Wave I set from a collector. Now, he did say that he isn't 100% sure if all the cards in this set are Wave I, but we're about to find that out right now. And I'm kind of going to go into how I kind of judge my collections and make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. I buy a lot of collections, so this is not my first rodeo, but I kind of just wanted to make a video showing this entire process. And part of the process is trying to figure out how to open the many different kinds of boxes I receive. I'm trying to do this while not destroying the package, which is easier said than done. I've actually had some of these boxes where it's like, I mean, this one's pretty taped together too, but some of them, it's just unbelievable how much tape they use. And I'm not complaining. I appreciate kind of the fact that the shipper is trying to make sure I get the cards undamaged. But damn, sometimes opening these things is a pain in the ass. So of course it's stuck here. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to actually cut the side to get this open, and I didn't want to uncover the guy's personal information. So anyways, the box is fully opened now. And this is kind of one of the first things you want to see when you purchase a collection from someone. With me, you can almost tell what the condition of the cards is going to be before you even see the cards, just by the level of detail put into the packaging here. This guy actually took some time to make sure that everything wasn't going to be bouncing around during shipping. I mean, look at this. He actually bubble wrapped and taped each little set of cards. So the annoying part about this is that it's going to be a pain in the ass to get all of this off. But I'd rather deal with that than have a bunch of damaged cards after paying several $100s for this collection. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of these things out. I'm going to assume that these are all in pretty good shape, but again, there's no way to be sure until I actually open all of them. Wow, there's a lot of bubble wrap in here. Oh, another pro tip, when people ship to you like this, feel free to save the bubble wrap and use it for yourself. I've done that a lot of times. Like, I'll ship out cards in bubble mailers, and I'll just keep that and just kind of wrap the cards in a little bit extra just for some added protection. So anyways, oh man, another thing to watch out for is when they use a lot of tape, make sure you don't have it kind of laying around. I've had it before where I kind of just ignore the tape and throw it around everywhere. And then of course it gets stuck to one of my cards and you're stuck there kind of carefully peeling it off, hoping it doesn't destroy it. So just another thing to watch out for. So how do we go about opening this? So here's kind of before we start what I want to verify. First of all, every single one of these cards should be foil. I should have 216 of them total. I believe 216 is Opus I. And all of them or most of them should be Wave I. The problem the guy had was he said he couldn't really tell from the crystal height if some of them were Wave I. I don't really blame him. I'm going to do a video about that in the future, but it's a lot easier said than done. Okay, so apparently the easiest way is just to peel it off. Okay, so let's see how he packaged it. All right, so here we have our first cards. Let's see if the first card is Wave I. And it is. You can tell by the lower colon placement. I want to check the condition of the card too. So these are actually kind of harder sleeves. It actually looks like it's really good quality. Let's kind of inspect the edges. I'm not going to do this for every card. I'm going to do this on my own time, but kind of to give you a sense of what I'm looking for. I always check for corner damage, edge damage. In the light, usually I take it out of the sleeve. I'm not going to do it yet, but I'll take it out of the sleeve and kind of look at it in the light, because just looking at it straight on, you're never going to be able to see any of like the surface scratches on the foil. This one actually looks like it's in mint condition. So that's one. Let's look at some of these other ones. Here we got Cloud. Also Wave 1, you can tell by the lower colon placement. Hopefully my camera does a better job focusing. It's kind of hard with this light. Now these are the hard ones, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to make a pile of cards that I know are Wave 1. So I'll put these two there. And then in the interest of time, I'm going to take all the ones where I have to really check them out and put them in another group, kind of for extra verification. So I'm just going to show you the cards and then kind of put them in their categories. So the reason I'm doing it this way is, holy cow, these sleeves are actually really great. Huh, I wonder what these are, KMCs? Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and say that these are going to be the harder ones to identify because these have no special abilities, they're not errata, and pretty much there's no easy way to tell that they're Wave 1 without me taking it out, comparing the crystal heights to some of the cards in my Opus 1 Wave 2 set, and then kind of feeling the back and checking out the texture of the card. That's going to take me a ton of time, so I'm really not going to do that on video. So it looks like, based on how he shipped the cards in order, because these are all, yeah, in the 180s. So it looks like he did a good job organizing the cards before he shipped it to me. Oh God, how am I going to open this one? I don't want to damage the cards in any way. Maybe it's safer if I just kind of cut a little bit of this tape so I can get in there. Don't cut the cards. All right, there we go. That worked. All right, we'll loosen that up. All right, so this is a much bigger stack of cards here. Sorry, I have a awkward camera placement here, so it's kind of hard to show it to the camera. Maybe if I move there. All right. So again, I'm going to organize them based on the difficulty of identifying them. And the bad part here is that the vast majority of cards don't have special abilities, so those I'm going to have to really scrutinize to figure out that I got what I paid for. Now let's look at this one. This one's easy. See it right there? The lower colon placement? This one's definitely Wave 1. Let's check out the condition again. Yeah. These cards are in beautiful condition. You can kind of tell that this guy really put love and care into protecting his collection. I actually really want to know what these card sleeves are because they are amazing quality. This one actually does have an ability. Guy. See now, another thing is sometimes I could tell they're Wave 1 even though it's not clear. Like this one's crystal height is a little too high. Now I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost positive that I go into my Wave 2 binder that it's going to be a lot lower than this. So some of them are a lot easier to scrutinize than others. And I really wish that I could do a better job showing you guys on camera. Here we go. A Wave 1 errata black belt. That's beautiful. This is going to be one of the high value cards, so I want to make sure that this one's in good condition. Actually, it looks like it has a tiny bit of edge wear. I'm not sure if you could see that on camera very well. Yeah, the corners look fine. I don't think the edges would get a 10 if I got it graded though. But still, it might be a solid 9.5 candidate. Also, it's a Wave 1 errata, so that's great. Get Paul. Definitely Wave 1. Definitely Wave 1. Golem, another errata. There we go. It says if it is blocked, so that's a dead giveaway that this is a Wave 1 card. And again, if the camera would focus. Come on, camera. Okay, it's not cooperating. Look at the corners. Now really, to get a better gauge of the condition of these cards, I need to take them out of the sleeves. I'm just not going to do that right now. I just kind of wanted to go over this collection real quick with you guys. Oh, Shantoto, foil Wave 1 Legend, Cecil, Sir Alfie, Titan. That is Wave 1. I thought I caught a Wave 2 one for a second there. Delita, another Delita, Barrett. Let's check the ability icon. Wave 1. Prisha, another Legend foil. Definitely Wave 1. Not sure, not sure. Let's see. That one's Wave 1 as well. Some of these are kind of hard to tell. All right. Let's see how this one is wrapped. All right, that one was pretty easy. So at this point, I can kind of assume, based on what I've seen so far, that the rest of the collection is good. Of course, I'm going to look through the whole thing anyway, but you know, everyone makes mistakes. If I buy 216 cards and 1 or 2 is missing, or a small handful of them aren't Wave 1, I'm not going to ask for a refund or anything. I hate those guys. But from what I'm seeing so far, it looks like everything is in order. Let's look at the Valifor. Owner's Hands, definitely Wave 1. I mean, based on what I'm seeing so far, everything just looks really good. My pile is getting kind of messy, but oh. Here we go. That is a Wave 2 for sure. You can tell by the colon placement, so there we go. We snagged one Wave 2 card. So that's unfortunate, because as soon as I see one, I kind of have to be more careful about all the other ones. All right, this one, that one's Wave 1. Now, these are going to be a pain in the ass. All the ones that don't have special abilities, I'm basically going to have to sit here, unsleeve all of them, and kind of feel them, which is ridiculous and a huge waste of time. But I have OCD, so I'm going to have to do it because I hate putting Wave 2 cards in my Wave 1 sets. There we go. Wave 1. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Now I'm doing this really fast, but I've been saying I'm going to do a Wave 1 video for a long time. And I think that might be my next video. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see that going forward. What do I have here? That one's definitely Wave 1. Wave 1. That's Wave 1. Wave 1. Owner's Hands. I like to check these errata ones because I think these are going to be high ticket cards. Oh, actually, I don't know how I feel about these sleeves. They're really rigid, but they're also kind of tight. Wow, that actually looks really clean. So you can kind of see it on camera. You kind of want to run the light across the cards. It's going to show you all those little scratches and stuff. I don't know how many of you are interested in card grading, but it's basically mandatory if you're going to do that. Never submit a card for grading without having checked it under a light first, because sometimes like a little, even a fingerprint will reduce your grade, even though it has no impact on the overall quality of the card. Don't expect Beckett to clean it up for you, or even PSA. They're just going to mark you down for it. All right. Next set, cut the tape. There's a lot of wiggle room between this bubble wrap and the card, so don't worry. I am being careful. I'm not going to slice my cards. And if I do, the only one screwed is me. You guys don't have to care anyway. All right. So another kind of point, this is proof that this shipping method obviously works because all the cards I'm looking at so far are in great condition. All right, let's see what we got here. Cloud, definitely Wave 1. Zangan, pretty sure that's Wave 1. Tifa, definitely Wave 1. Let me move this Wave 2 card. Bahamut Fury, don't know. This one is Wave 1. Joan the Bot, definitely Wave 1. Snow Wave 1. All right, so other than that one air, if it looks like all the other ones I'm looking at are Wave 1 cards. Now again, I can't be sure until I compare them to my Wave 2 set, and I'll have to take them. Oh, here we go. So this one is definitely a Wave 2. See right there? The colon placement is kind of centered. Yeah, so there's two strikes. Not bad though. Those are low value cards anyway, but still something to note. I'm really worried about kind of what all these non-crystal height ones are now. It's going to take me an eternity to check all of them. Barrett. That one's Wave 1. But still, there's a pretty big pile of confirmed Wave 1 cards there, so I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of these, quite frankly, will be Wave 1. Wave 1. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. I mean, again, like something like this, I'm almost positive is Wave 1. Look how high that is. But can't be sure until I check. One. Laka. All right. Let me kind of organize these a little better. They're going to fly all over the place at some point. Oop, card overboard. That's unfortunate. All right. So these are confirmed Wave 1 cards. All right, I'm back. So I put the confirmed Wave 1 cards over here, the unknowns over here, and the confirmed Wave 2 cards over here. Let me open this one up now. Oh, God. I mean, I really like this packing method because it protected my cards. At the same time, this is extremely irritating. All right. Camera focus. Chemist. Don't know. Don't know. That's Wave 1 for sure. I'm going to put it over here for now. Wave 1. Wave 1. Well, I'm glad that all the legends are turning out to be definite Wave 1s. Here we go. This is a high ticket item right here. The Squall with the blade crossing the neck. Can't get this damn camera to focus. All right. Looks to be in mint condition with some very minor whitening on the edge. I don't know if you could see that on this camera. All right. Tara needed that one. I'm kind of afraid that these cards are going to fall down here. Joseph, Clark, Laguna. Wave 1, that's actually one I needed too. Laguna, Leon, Dark Knight, Crystal Height is high, almost definitely Wave 1, but I'll have to compare. Alright, 3 more to go. So I'm actually really pleased with this collection so far. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys are collectors out there, but picking up these Wave 1 cards at this time is virtually impossible. The people who have them aren't selling them because they don't even know that it exists. The one problem with that is that if these things ever end up being worth money, you might see a bunch of cards that were previously not accessible come out. It's kind of like when people found out about Magic the Gathering's Black Lotus. Everyone was digging through their closets, whoever owned a Magic card, wondering if they had it. Most likely, none of them did. Red Mage, you know what? I'm just gonna go faster through this and not pile them up yet. Garland, Gadot, definite Wave 1, definite Wave 1, definite Wave 1. So all in all, the vast majority of these are turning out to be Wave 1, so it was definitely worth the price I paid for it. I'm pretty happy. I actually think this is a Wave 2 Bahamut. That Crystal Height looks too centered to me, but I'll find out soon. Definite Wave 1. That looks like a proper Wave 1. You see how high that is? But again, that's not always the case for all the cards. Furion. Yeah, it's definite Wave 1. Magus. Squire. Land. Definite Wave 1. This one feels thicker. It's almost like there's 2 cards in there. LeBrew, nothing special there. I'll put that there for not organized. So we're almost to the end of the video here, guys. Alright. Definite Wave 1. Nope. Definite Wave 1. Definite Wave 1. Definite Wave 1. Definite Wave 1. Yeah, overall, I'm pretty damn pleased with this collection. Oh, here we go. Legend. I think that's a Wave 1 too. Lightning, I really needed this one. And I'm happy to report that that's a Wave 1 as well. Rama. One thing to note is this is definitely a Wave 1 Rama, I think. But some of you might have read that there's a little, like the template thing goes through the bar. It doesn't apply to the foil versions to the best of my knowledge, so don't get tripped up by that. Ah, yes. The Wave 1 Ramza. Glorious. Wave 1. Ooh. Uh-oh. That is definitely a Wave 2. So that's a dud there. That one I'm not sure. Alright guys, we're down to the last pack of cards. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there really wasn't that much to it. It's just me unboxing a collection, not really the most interesting topic. But I kind of just wanted to give you a general sense of the kind of collections I'm buying and how I'm assessing them. To be fair, I haven't been really doing a good job of that in this video because kind of it's uncomfortable because you can't really see how I'm holding this camera, but the tripod is in front of me, so I'm kind of trying to do it sideways so you guys can see it. All right, here we go. I'm kind of like crouched behind the camera now. Agrius, Wave 1 for sure. You know, I'm really glad that all the legends are turning out to be Wave 1. Those are really the high ticket value ones. The commons, they're Doesn't really matter that much, although like I said in the previous video, the common foils are actually just as rare as the legend ones. Wave 1, another legend. Another Wave 1. And I'll have to organize these separately after I'm done with this video. That looks like a Wave 1 to me too. Alright, so those are all the cards. From what I can tell, the vast majority of them are Wave 1. As you can tell, obviously, I was able to pick out a few Wave 2s that snuck in there. Now, if you ever buy card collections in any game, that's kind of inevitable. I've never actually bought a full collection and had everything be exactly what they said it was going to be. There's always something snuck in there, especially with like Magic the Gathering. If you're buying like big collections, there's almost always a handful of counterfeits stuck in there, and they'll claim that they didn't know, which is possible, but you know, I kind of feel like when someone's selling like 1,000 card set, they kind of feel like they get some value out of it by sneaking one in, and then they'll just say they didn't know if you catch them. Luckily for Final Fantasy TCG, there's almost no chance that you'll ever get a counterfeit, at least for now. The value is just not there in the cards. There's really no reason to go to those lengths to actually try and scam people out of the cards. If you're going to counterfeit anything, you're going to end up counterfeiting Pokemon and Magic the Gathering instead. Now, if this game gets really popular and these cards actually start going up in value, we might see that change. But for right now, oh, and here's another thing. Magic the Gathering, the non-foils hold a lot more value than Final Fantasy TCG. Foils are a lot harder to counterfeit, and usually the only cards worth counterfeiting in FFTCG is the foils. So anyways, I'm going to do a video about identifying Wave 1 cards in the near future, but I hope you kind of enjoyed watching me do an unboxing of this Wave 1 set, look at some of these nice Wave 1 cards. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the section below, and have a great day, guys. Take care.